welcome back to Scale Model Review in association with International Scale Modeler. Just first off, I'd like to start today just to say thank you to Jim Bagpiper for our revolving video symbol. I think it's smashing. Thank you very much, mate. Forgot to give you a shout out on the last video for that, but thanks very much. Today we're just going to do a quick few things. Obviously, no model reviews today. They're all in separate things. But what we've got to come up, just got a quick thing about weighting your nose on a nose heavy tail sitter. Just the different options available. Of course, I start talking, now the birds start singing. Haven't sung for days because the female's pregnant. Now start singing. Excellent. There'll be a quick build update where I am at the moment, what I've got going on, what I hope to plan to do next month as well, and obviously an update for International Scale Modeling and see what's going on over at those forums. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the ISM update. We've got 3 competitions running at the moment for prizes, all free to enter. All you've got to do is register on the site and enter. The first one is the free monthly giveaway, which you know, we're still only a week into it, 2 weeks into it at the moment, and we've got 6 pages of names down already. So again, I'd invite you to come on over, put your name down there. You've got a free chance to win this fantastic prize. You know, you can't say that. It's a 50 quid kit, and all you got to do is write your name on a thread, and that's pretty much it. We've got another competition which started a couple of days ago, which is the 5 Craven Challenge. It's a caption competition, so all you got to do is, again, on the thread, have a look at the picture, put a caption to the picture, and the best caption, or the funniest caption, picked by Dave, which is 5 Craven, who donated the kit, which is this kit here. Very lovely kit, worth 20 quid again, and that's yours to if you come up with a good who picks the best caption. So that's another free one. And also we've got our group build underway now, which is well underway now, which is pretty generic one. It's World War II, so any subject from World War II can be entered into the group build, be it land, air, sea, under development. As long as it was built, then it will be included. So lots of choose, figures, vignettes. You know, if you want to do a vignette, if you want to do a diorama, anything like that, all included. It's a all sweeping group build for our first one. Now the prizes for that are these, which is first prize is an Eduard, the new Eduard 148 Mark 9 Spitfire, which I've done a review on, which you can see on the YouTube channel, and it is an amazing kit, and it's an amazing first prize as well. Excellent. Second prize is the BF 110D in 172 from Eduard again. Both of these are Profi packs, which means you get all the photo etch, you get masks, you know, and all the extras. You get lots of paint schemes and things like that to choose from, usually 6 at least. And they're new Eduard kits, and they're a dream to build. They fall together. They really are nice. And a third prize, we've got some sanders and polishers, and some Tamiya tape refills, 6mm, 10mm and 18mm refills. So loads to do. There's also a fourth prize, which has been donated to the thread as well by one of our members, which is named Super Dry Beef, and he has donated all 4 AK Weathering magazines as a best overall prize for a best overall weathering. So we've let him pick that one. So he said whatever he thinks is the best weathering entry, we'll get that as an aside as well. So 4 great prizes. And thank you Super Dry Beef for donating that. It's a magic job, and as you can see, all our members are donating prizes to competitions. It's a great place, so come on over. We've got more free competitions coming up soon. We've got some SIG builds that'll be starting soon, probably a sci-fi SIG build or a World War I or both. There will be prizes for those as well. Now the prizes for the monthly competition are sponsored by eModels. And all our group build prizes are sponsored by Models Are Go, and our SIG prizes will be sponsored by another sponsor, which we have arranged everything with, which we will announce when the first SIG comes up. But again, some smashing prizes. You know, just can't beat them. I wish I could enter, you know, for those prizes as well. So that's it. So at the moment we've got over 150 members in the space of just over 2 weeks, which is excellent, and the forums are very active. There's always someone on. you know, always someone to answer your question and things like that. If you've got any problems with regards to modelling, hints and tips, libraries building up. We've got a good book library. Everything, you know, there is good for your reference material and everything as well. And so there's more promotions coming soon. We're going to start doing spot prizes as well, which basically means if Paul and I, which are the admins on the site, like a certain post or a certain thread, we're just going to give the owner of that thread a prize, just for the hell of it, you know. So we've got those as well coming up. You know, we've just bought a few bits of stock in and things. Some of them are really good prizes, some of them are just small prizes, like some Tamiya tapes or a couple of pots of paint or something like that. But you know, it's all free, and all you got to do is get involved in the forum. That's it, simple as that, you know. Which, if you're involved in other forums already, it's not going to hurt you to come over to ours as well. So we look forward to, really do look forward to seeing you over there. Anyway, right, I think that's it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go into weighting your tail sitters. Now, we've all had tail sitters at a time. There's several different ways to weight them. I just thought I'd show a few, and obviously a new one that's just come on the market as well, by Deluxe Materials, which is the Liquid Gravity. So here you go. Right, so what is available to weight the nose of your aircraft if it's a bit of a tail sitter? Now, I've had a few of my models that are tail sitters. Notoriously, the FX 148 Canberra, for instance, which I zipped up and then suddenly realised that it needed weighting, so I had to open up a panel underneath and weight it and everything, even if when it comes with a rear stick to hold the back up. But something like this, which is one of my practice models, which is an Airfix Hunter. Now that's going to be a tail sitter. I can just see that. I've never built it up, but it's just there for me to practice weathering and things like that. But I'm sure that that will be a tail sitter too. It's an old Airfix kit as well, raised panel lines and everything. But it's just one of my practice ones. So we all have to see what we can use to keep that nose down. Now there's loads and loads of different methods that anyone can use, loads of different things that you can try. And I've just put together a compiled list of the things that I've actually tried and that I've got in my man cave to be able to use for weighting, and I've progressed from one thing to another to another to another. And like you do with modelling, you try a lot of different things and then you find the thing that actually works for you. So first of all, I'm going to use the old favourite, which is lead. Now, good thing about lead is it's very easy to shape, bend, cut. You can cut it with a pair of scissors. It's heavy, you know, has a very good weight to size ratio, and it's pretty much ideal for most of your uses. Problem is with lead, you can't buy small bits of it, or if you can, I can't find any. This was a bit of lead that I found lying around in my dad's garage a little while ago, and unless you want to climb on a roof and steal it and risk getting caught by the police, then you don't want to be getting little bits. You've got to usually buy it in rolls and things like that from builders merchants, and lead's quite expensive these days, so it's not really cost effective because you're not really going to use. I mean, that was the amount that I used in a Canberra. And that's probably about 100 grams or so, and that's probably the most you're ever going to use in a model. 9 times out of 10 it's going to be, you know, half that. Problem with this is as well, you have to flood it with CA glue. I think in two 148s I used half a bottle of this just to get it together, because it's flexible. It doesn't really bond well to the lead. You have to, I find, have to flood each layer, put it on, leave it, you know, and so on and so forth. So it can be a bit of a pain with that. But that side, you know, is the old favourite, and it's the one that everyone has probably used at some point or another. So that's the good old lead. So good old fashioned lead. So you know, that's probably a staple. Now, one of the other ones that I picked a tip up years ago from YouTube are these. Now these are wheel weights that when you go and get your wheel balanced at a wheel centre or a tyre centre or something, this is what they put on the inside of the rim to make sure that the wheel balances when you're going down the road. Now these, unfortunately, they come in 2 sizes, which is a 5 gram and 10 gram. You can get biggers as well, but as you can see, they're quite a size. I'll just put them by my thumb now. So they're quite a big size, the 10 gram ones. Now they're only ever any good in larger models, say 132, 124s. But the good thing is, literally, all you do is, let me get an old blade one, is you just come along, you cut them off like so, and it is that simple. And the good thing about these is they're very easy to place, as you can see, and they're very easy to stack as well. You literally just peel off the back, stick them to that, and that is as good. You think that's going to stay on a road wheel through thick and thin. The bonding properties of the sticky stuff on this is excellent. So you can pile those up in all your available spaces. Same with the 5 gram weights. Again, you just peel off the back, stick it together, and you can cram it in all the nooks and crannies. Problem is with this stuff is you can't cut it. It is solid, but you do know exactly how much you're putting in because they're marked. But yeah, so they're good for larger models, and I've used them quite a bit, and I would thoroughly recommend them. Again, the thing is, you usually have to buy quite a bit of it, minimum £5 or £10 investment, but you do find that you do use a lot of them if you do a lot of larger modelling. So they're definitely worth it, and they're good for what you can do with these as well. You can get, if you've got a 135 tank and you want to weight it down like Tamiya do with their 148 ones, just to add a bit of weight to the model, you can stick 2-3 whole rows of these in the bottom of the hull on the tank, and it adds a nice weight to that tank. So maybe if you want to keep it on a diorama or something like that. So they're always handy to have and a good addition. Next, there's the white tack or blue tack method. Literally just basically you know, moulding this to the shape you want it, popping it into the actual aircraft, into the nose or something. Again, this is only something really you can use on large aircraft. So anyway, you'd shape this to your thing, and then you can put whatever you want inside it. You can put a coin, obviously not a 5p piece, it's not very heavy, but a £1 coin, you can slot that in it. You can slot some lead in it, some nuts, or whatever you like. So it's a good medium for doing that, but it's not very weighty for the amount of space it takes up. But if you want to just mould it to a certain area, maybe a type in something, then it is quite good and very handy to use, and cheap to find. It's about £1 a bag. The other one is nuts. Now I have a lot of nuts, some big, some small. These are a nice weight to go in models. Again, larger models and things like that. These are half size weights, so they're not full size thickness. You can get full thickness ones as well, but I find that they get in a few extra places. Okay, you go down. Now these, I actually use these as shakers for in the Vallejo large primer bottles. These are the perfect size, and you just drop them in. I don't know if you can hear that in there. And if you've ever had this stuff, you'll know that it sticks all around the edges instead. But if you can see, with one of those in there, it doesn't stick at all. Perfect mix, ideal. So I've got those for that, but they double as weights as well. And then you've got the smaller nuts again. These are M5s, and again, these you can use these getting smaller spaces. You can pile these in. Okay, you can put as many of those as you want in. They're quite cheap. I mean, for 200, they're about £1.80 for 200 nuts. I actually use these to go inside Vallejo paints. Literally, you just open that up, take that out, pop that in there, and there you go. Close it back up. Now I've got dirty fingers, and literally, as you can hear, and that mixes the Vallejo paints perfectly. So every time I open a new top of Vallejo paint, that's what I pop in it. So they're again excellent for weighting, and a really easy find as well. You can get them from most DIY shops. eBay, I mean those were £1.80 for 250 off eBay with free postage. So excellent deal. The next one is ball bearings. Now these again very easy to find. You can get these off of eBay for a couple of quid, for 1,000. I think these are £3 for 1,000. As you can see there. Okay, now I get 1/8 of an inch size, These are cycle bearings. You can get them from your Circle shop as well, so they're very easy to find. But as you can see, great little things, very easy to pour. They will find every nook and cranny in your thing. They're the perfect size as well, and they will find every nook and cranny wherever you want to put them, in your nose or whatever. And they got to be careful because they go everywhere. Be careful not to drop them on the floor and then stand on them. You've all seen the cartoons, but they're very handy. Again, as you can see, there's 1,000 in there, believe it or not. That's only half a tub. They're very good to use, very handy as well. As I say, they can pretty much get anywhere in a model. Now, the new one on the block is a Liquid Gravity. Now, this is a new stuff that I bought from Models R Go. I think it's about £4.50. And in here, inside, you've got, this is going to be very difficult to show you, but you've got, there you go, thousands upon thousands of tiny, teeny, tiny balls, you see, and literally, I mean, there must be tens of thousands in each bottle. Now, it's actually got the weight and the properties of lead, but it's not lead. I don't know what it is. I haven't been able to find any literature. But the good thing about this is where they're so small, literally you cut the nib off the top of the bottle here, and you can just pour it in. Okay, and you can pour it into any space. Take this Hunter again, and see you got to weight that nose there. Literally, you just pour it in into that little space. Now, a lot of times you've zipped up a plane and think, shit, I've got to weight that. See, what you would do is drill a hole in the bottom. You could fill it up with these, so you'd only have to do a very tiny hole, not like a big hole you would with normal ball bearings or anything. Tiny hole, fill it up with this, and then it's a quick fill over the top to cover the hole, and job's done, with minimal fuss and minimal damage to your model. But these will go anywhere and everywhere. The only trouble with these is you have to watch out they don't fall out of your cockpit and things like that. The other method to use is, I don't have any here, but is lead split shot, which fishermen use as weights, and it's pretty much like this but in a larger size. And again, they're very cheap, easy to get hold of from any angling shop, and that's another good method and another way to pour stuff in. But they don't go as small as those. I mean, those are absolutely minuscule. But overall, my favourite out of the lot is those for the smaller models and the 148s and the 172s. For anything else than that, you're looking at ball bearings, nuts and the wheel weights. They're just because for pure easiness. Now, to fix them all into place, easiest thing is PVA glue. Literally, you pour your stuff in first, pour your balls in first, or your ball bearings or whatever, then fill it up with PVA glue. Leave it in obviously an upright position like that to dry. Leave it for, I would say, a couple of nights just to make sure the PVA goes off properly, so it's not moving when you go back to it. And then once you've got the PVA and then it's dry, you're well away. But that's easy. But that'll add weight as well, you know. So overall, the PVA is all you really need, and a couple of different ones. I'll probably say some Liquid Gravity, some ball bearings, and the wheel weights. And I think, you know, and that's all your weighting problem solved in one go there. So that's pretty much it. That's the things that I use for weighting my aircraft. I mean, if you've got any ideas, let me know. But really, this is my choice of weapons. With these 3-4 things, you can't really go wrong, and I don't think you'll have any problems with any size aircraft either. All right, thanks a lot. Take care. See you soon. Right, well, there you go. That's what I use for weighting and what I do. As you can see, there's several different methods out there. I think I'll start using that Liquid Gravity. It does look really good and really handy, the way you can pour it into the aircraft, and just seems to be very handy indeed, along with a bit of PVA. Anyway, so my build updates, again, because of the website, it's taken a massive chunk of my time, and find myself up until 2 o'clock at night every night, just sorting stuff out for the website, and bloody knackered, to be honest with you. But I'm not moaning, because it's great and it's getting better and better. But my build so far, as you can see, they are around here somewhere. The King Tiger, I haven't done a jot on that so far. That's still got to have just its camo done, basically, and a bit of weathering. so which I'm hoping to get round to next week. So I'm going to have a crack at that. I've got to finish that because I've enjoyed that so far. We also got my FR47 Spitfire. Now I've got a work in progress thread on this on International Scale Modeler. And I've got to say, I've seen a lot of reports about this kit being a great kit, falls together, etc, etc. But I have had a bit of a mare with it. I've got to say, it has not been the easiest kit to go together. Was going to do wings down, I'm now going to do wings up because I suddenly realised I haven't got a wings up aircraft. So I thought, well, what the hell? Let's do that. But I've had quite a few problems with this, technical problems as well. Just really down to the kit not fitting. It's mainly fit issues and lining up issues, things like that. But it's getting there. That's done. The wings are done now. I'm just, as you can see, half all the odds and sods are all primed and ready to be painted as well. All the extremities are done. So loads of little bits and bobs to do. But hopefully, again, that should be finished and together. Fingers crossed by the end of next week, if not the week after. I have got a lot on, especially with the website, going away for the weekend, things like that. So hopefully I can squeeze this in because I want to wrap the King Tiger up and this, get these two Airfix kits out of the way. Because I'm doing this for the group build, our World War II group build on ISM, which is the Lavochkin LA7, and that's going together well. Of course, it's Profipax, so it comes with photo etch and everything, which I'm working my way through at the moment. Haven't really done a lot. But all these builds and everything you can find on the site, along with everyone else's group build, work in progress threads, and just normal work in progress threads as well. So hop on over and have a quick look. But I want to get those two out of the way. So I've just got the Lavochkin to do, and then I'm going to pick what I'm going to do next. Can't make up my mind, but we shall see. So that's where we are with the builds at the moment. As I say, moving forward, I just want to get those three things done this month. I really want to get them done and knuckle down. So I want to start one of my biggies next month, either the Frogfoot, the Sufa, or the Grizzly. One of those I want to get cracking on next month. I want to start building a big model, take my time with it, and just have the one going at the same time. So I think that's about it from updates. It's a really quick update. But please come over to internationalscalemodeler.com or inscalemodeler.com and come and say hi. It's very welcoming. Join in, win some prizes, and have some fun and learn something at the same time. So until next time and my next review, I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.